Hey, it's Russ from right here on the Infectious Groove Music channel on YouTube. If the algorithm has directed you our way and you like what you see and you want 4 music videos every single week, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button before this video is over. Absolutely hit that like button. Drop the notification bell as well, because we have 4 videos every week and we want you to know when they come out. The topic of today's video is going to be one of my personal favorite years in music. I've got a couple of videos coming on this year, and that is the year 1994. And we do on this channel the 5 format. We just share 5 in every video. So for this one, I'm doing 5 great singles from the year 1994. So remember that with singles, it doesn't necessarily mean that the album came out in 1994, but the single itself was released in 1994 or charted in that year. So that's kind of the criteria I'm using. Also, this is by no means a definitive list or anything like that. We only do them in 5s specifically so you can chime in the comments and say you agree with my picks or not, or here's some other great singles from that year. So please make sure to do that. Getting into it, one of my favorite singles, even though this isn't a ranking, from 1994, is a song that somehow got lost in the shuffle for a long time, and that's The Most Beautiful Girl in the World by Prince. It would end up on the Gold Experience album, but it was released as a single on its own first. And actually, it's two pretty different mixes too, between the one that was on the single, which was on the radio, and then the one that ended up on the Gold Experience. There's significant mixing differences, but I like both. The main high vocal from Prince is awesome. The chorus is so catchy. The almost doo-wop breakdown in the middle, fantastic. And really like a statement single from Prince. Like, hey, I know you're all talking about my name and you're preoccupied with that type of stuff, but here's really an incredible single from here's me doing what I do best. The next one that I want to talk about is so funny, because a lot of people don't even realize that this song was initially a extra track on the Greatest Hits album for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and that's Mary Jane's Last Dance. Most of the time when artists put a bonus track on their Greatest Hits album, it's a throw off track or charts mildly at best, because it's the first time in a while for new music from that artist. But Mary Jane's Last Dance was a brand new track that the first time it was ever released was on Tom Petty's Greatest Hits. And then it would go on to be one of Tom Petty's greatest hits, which is crazy. But what a great song. This is one of those songs, and you've heard me say this on the channel before. If aliens came down to earth and said, hey, what does Tom Petty sound like? This is what I would play them. Like this, it's just the quintessential Tom Petty's track. I love it. The next one is a cover, but it had an amazing chart run in that year, an incredible vocal. And I didn't know it was a cover when I first heard it. And that's Mariah Carey and her version of Without You. Of course, I went back and listened to the original afterwards, and I love the original as well now. But this is, in my opinion, this is one of Mariah Carey's most soulful and fantastic vocal performances overall. She has some ballads that I personally don't love. The vocal acrobatics are there, but not a lot of the feeling, or at least the way I interpret it. There's not a lot of feeling in it. And she sings this song like she wrote it, which is kind of why at first I didn't realize that it was a single. Plus, I don't believe I'd ever heard it before, or I didn't believe that it was a cover at first. So Mariah Carey, Without You, fantastic. The next one is one that if you don't know this by the title, if you go push play on Spotify or streaming on this track, inside of 20 seconds, you're going to be like, oh, wow, I totally know that song. Yeah, I remember that. And that's a song called Cantaloupe by Us Three. I'm including this one for a couple of different reasons. First of all, it's a fantastic song in the first place. Second of all, it was really a bridge track for me personally. It bridged some of the New Jack Swing elements that I had been used to from, say, 89 up till 94. And for me, it really opened my mind to what I would get into later in the 90s with like trip hop, like bands like Portishead. This is a song that really opened me more to like that type of progression of hip hop into trip hop. And it's just an absolutely fantastic cut that, again, if you don't remember it by name, you're going to put it on. I would argue that you're going to not only remember what it is in the first 10 seconds, but you're going to leave it on and jam out after that. The last one is a song that I use this Wayne's World joke very often. I believe this, if you lived in the 90s, this song came in the mail with samples of Tide. It was everywhere. It had a resurgence in Pitch Perfect, the first Pitch Perfect movie, Ace of Base, The Sign. And I would also say that that record is full of bangers. All That She Wants, the title cut, Don't Turn Around, like it's loaded with great hits. And I didn't dislike anything I'd heard from Ace of Base, but for some reason, at the moment that I heard The Sign, I was like, okay, I'm on board with this now. Like I really, really like this. And then I ended up getting the album and really digging into like All That She Wants, which I didn't really care for when it came out, right? But The Sign, it's everything that you want from a pop song in 1994, especially for me in a sea of, at the time, there was so much going on, doom and gloom and grunge and whatnot. And I wanted to have something upbeat and poppy, and Ace of Base, The Sign is upbeat and poppy if it's nothing else. So once again, my name is Russ. This is the Infectious Group Music Channel. If you've enjoyed what we're talking about here today, please drop a like on the video. What matters to us more than anything is the comment section. So again, this isn't a definitive means list of 94. Drop comments. Let me know what some of your favorite singles were from 1994. Maybe share this video out on your social media so more people can help find our channel. That helps us out a great deal. But as we always say, thank you so much for watching.